16 weeks ago, we completed on this problematic HMO. Now we have finally finished the development. Come on in and let's show you what about £180,000 that we've spent on this development has achieved. Before, this project was just a C3 house, absolutely derelict. We'll put some B-roll in here, and now let's see the finished product. We've turned this into a high-spec, 6-bed co-living space. Come on through and have a look. Beautiful oak doors on everything. We've got the aqua panels, the boards all the way across the back, desk set up, TVs on the wall. Not something we normally do, but because HMOs are even more competitive in this day and age, we've gone for the best of the best. And through into these lovely en-suites, we've gone for the classic copper paneling. They don't look good online, but in person, absolutely everyone loves them. This room, front room, is probably going to rent for about £800. What problems have we had trying to get to this point? We've had problems with neighbours, we've got planning permission rejection, parking issues, fly tipping with the highways because we were apparently dumping our waste on the road. It's just been a nightmare, and now we're finally done. I cannot wait to close the door on this, get some rent back in, refinance, get back to Pompey. In here was meant to be the 7th bedroom, small bedroom, but now it's ended up just communal because we've only got a lawful development for 6 people. Are we going to do a change of use for 7? Not quite sure. Currently right now we've got a nice communal room with a spare ensuite, spare shower in case anything goes wrong with the plumbing in the rest of the house. So yeah, anyway, let's check out the kitchen. So as we said, we were going to do the 6-metre rear extension on this. However, we've not gone for that just due to the additional cost. So as you come in, we've got double fridge freezer, 2 cooking stations. I never put these side by side so that people can actually both use the cooking facilities at the same time. Round into the breakfast bar, big unit, sink. We've gone for 2 tumble dryers, 2 washing machines, and this is because we've gone over the minimum requirements. As always, HMOs, people live on top of each other all the time, and we've got to make sure that these houses function correctly. So throughout this series, I've documented the problems with this development and where we're at. Let's check out the garden quickly. Now, huge amount of space, west facing, so we're going to get that lovely sunset. And what we've also got is parking in the rear of the property. So we've managed to get the space for probably 3 or 4 cars out here. Actually having a nightmare with the council about permits at the moment for on the road. So it's a good job we've managed to be able to provide parking. We're really happy we're at the end of this development. You know, it's been non-stop problems the entire time, but do not let this put you off development because this asset is going to cash flow us over £2,000 profit every single bloody month. What's been the most challenging part of this project? To be honest, I'm going to say it's the problems with the neighbours. However, we have turned over some common ground and all of France has been reached out, and now me and some of the neighbours are getting on well, which has been the biggest problem on this site, I believe. We've got knocked back on the planning. It is what it is. We've lost some money. It's development, it's risky. But yeah, main problems has been getting on with the neighbourhood. The development's finished. We're hoping to turn over a new leaf and get this behind us. We're over this. I know some neighbours around here are still causing an issue, but most importantly, the neighbours either side of me, we're getting on fine now, and that's the main thing that was causing the aggravation. I reckon this build has probably cost us around 180,000 currently. What have we lost from that for the neighbours? Well, we should have done the rear extension, and we should have gained an extra probably 180k in GDB. Where we're going to refinance, we're going to get back. We're going to clear the bridge, but we're going to probably be leaving it around about 70 grand a deal, which is not where I want to be, and I haven't really got the resources to do it. So yeah, bit tough at the moment. What's happening today, we've got our first tenant moving into the top room, which we've rented out for £900. Ooh. And we've got Villa Tour Media doing photos. Now check out the stair runner. We've gone for full interior design on this. So back bedroom, needs a door stop on there, but really nice, really nice. Chimneys were there. Actually, when we finished this room, radiator was over there and the furniture layout wasn't working, so we decided to make the executive decision and move the radiator. Huge bathroom in this one, really nice. Voila. Great size ensuite, very happy. We've already rented 3 rooms, we've got 3 left to go. Through into one of the front rooms. This room is sold already. We've been using Hive management, good old Joel Walker, absolute killer in the game, knows what he's doing. A prime example, and we've already rented 3 rooms before we've even finished, which is exactly where we want to be. Look at this room, lovely kitchenette behind you, lovely bay window, triple blinds. All of these beds are ottoman as well, so they all lift up for storage. So the importance of interior design is huge now in this game. It's a very competitive market, and we need to make sure that we are the best of the best, basically. So we're spending money on the design, a lot on the planning and the layouts and this sort of stuff, to make sure that we've got a maximum value end products that we're renting out and bringing to market. Yeah, so the great thing about what we've done with the interior design, we've now got our spec and what we want. We will just copy and paste this every single time. So we've spent, you know, probably about 8 grand on the first bit, but now every time it will just cost us £1,000 just to recreate the plans. I think it's very important to put kitchenettes in these days because it's just an upsell. People aren't that sociable anymore. You don't want to have to go downstairs to use the kitchen, make a cup of tea or anything like that. And that's why we put kitchenettes in the rooms that we can. Now let's go to the master suite. Now this room didn't quite work exactly how we wanted it, to be honest, and why, I don't know why we're missing the drawer front down there, but it is what it is. Well, just the room's just not as big as I thought it was going to be. Also, we did that on suite square, which has a knock-on effect. Probably shouldn't have had a tea station up here, to be honest. It's a little bit cramped, but the room does work, more importantly. So, and this one's rented as well, 850. Now, let's check out the 900. In here, into the master suite, we've got £900 for this. Really, really impressed how this one turned out. Full tea station, full almost kitchenette, to be honest. This room's over 16, 17 square meters. Bed under the Veluxes. Cubby hole down there for storage, for suitcases. And lovely big ensuite in there, currently in use at the moment. Key takeaway from this project is get out of doing terraced houses. We're going bigger into commercial sort of space now. I can't be bothered screwing around with neighbours, party wall agreements and all the rest of it. The next few developments that we got on are 10-bed / commercial schemes. We're going bigger and better than ever. Stay tuned for that. We'll be documenting the full things as always. 2026 development has never been harder. If you're looking to learn how to develop, learn how to source, fund, finance, do anything in the HMO space, drop me a DM. Let's book a call. And there we have it. Got the valuation booked on Tuesday. First tenant moving in today. We'll give you the full breakdown on the things that went wrong, things that went right, and the numbers, most importantly, on this project. Thank you very much for tuning in.